Inflation is here. If you don't think so, go to any lumber yard and look at a 2x4, the price of a 2x4. The cost of a new house now, an average size house, is between $35,000 and $45,000 more than it was a year ago, simply because of the cost to buy the lumber. It has increased that much. I believe the number is 350 to 375% increase in the cost of lumber. Now, there are lots of people putting lots of reasons out there why that's so. Okay, let's just say there's a perfectly good reason for lumber to go up so high in that price. What about food? Now, lots of men don't do the shopping in their family. So if you don't, you should go to the grocery store and see what $100 worth of food will get you. Hardly anything. You can bring $100 worth of food home in 2 bags, or 1 bag if you actually buy meat. We looked at what do they call it, a rib roll. It was a very small rib roast for $85, and of course we put it right back down, and we're eating a lot more hamburger. Anyway, here's what I'm getting to. I have things that I need to do around here. The first thing I'm going to do is right here where I've been doing my cooking. I'm going to close this in and make like a cabinet on the bottom. I'll close the back and make a wall in the front with a door that swings open. And then I'm probably even going to go up the sides of this and build a cabinet above it. And the reason I'm going to do that is so I can cook out here and keep the wind from blowing my flame out. And I'm doing that so if I ever can't afford my electricity, that I'll have a means of cooking. I have enough propane to cook on, I think a couple of years, if I only use it for cooking a meal or 2 a day. I have a lot of other things I need to get done around here, and I won't be making knives for several reasons. That's one of them. I have other things that I really want to do. I have a cabinet. I want to build a generator cabinet around the side of my house, back around that side, and put my generator in it so it will run quieter if I lose electricity or if I can't afford to pay for my electricity. I have a couple hundred gallons worth of gas, and I could keep my frozen food frozen until I could eat it up or smoke it or preserve it some other way. You know, I'm not going crazy. I'm not even worried. But I do think being proactive, there's nothing crazy about being proactive towards problems you see that may be on the horizon. And I still want to build or dig another well. And I think I'm going to put it back behind my house, back behind where I'm sitting now. So I'm laying off the knives, and I'm going to do 2 things. I'm going to relax. Okay, 3 things. I'm going to relax. I think he's okay with that. I'm going to be proactive and fill gaps. You know, I've only been here 2.5 years now, and I really haven't done much in the way of preparedness. There are things that I want to do, so I'm going to do that, and I'm going to ride my motorcycle. And this is a long, wet winter, and we waited a long time for motorcycle riding weather, and when it's nice out, we're going to that little building down there, and we're getting the bikes out, and we're just going to go enjoy ourselves. Who knows how much longer I can afford gasoline and all that. And I believe we are experiencing inflation right now. I think the stimulus checks have sort of made people not realize that it started because the money they're spending, they're not working for. It's not coming off the sweat of their brow, so it tends to be a little easier to spend money you haven't earned. That's my theory. And I think people are so caught up in all the other crazy things going on in this world that they're not paying a lot of attention to the incremental increases in, it's like stair steps. A can of Spam was a buck and a half, and then $2, and then two and a quarter, 2.35, 2.50. Nearly $3 now. I'm just using Spam as an example because that's something I like, and I know the price of it. But that's all food. All food has gone up, and then you have vegetables, fresh vegetables that are actually in good shape are very, very hard to find. I ate a lot of cucumbers and tomatoes up until about 2 weeks ago. I just told my wife to stop buying them because the cucumbers we're getting are nearly rotten. And you have to dig deep through the cucumbers to find 5 or 6 that are good enough to get them home and eat them in the next few days before they start getting so soft they're not even what I would consider edible. And I had a couple of them get so bad in the refrigerator that they got moldy, and we don't let food hang around. So this is my next project. I'm going to build a really nice outdoor kitchen here, cabinet. I'm going to put my propane tank down here. I have ordered a nice, it's not commercial, but it's a little 2-burner thing I have is not meant for a lot of use. So I bought something to replace it. It's a single burner, but it's much larger, and I'll be able to run a hose down through the top of the table, down underneath it to the propane tank. I have a solar panel up here. I'm going to put that battery inside the cabinet and run my wires down to the solar panel. I have some 12-volt LED lights here and some wiring, and I will be putting these LED lights underneath the top cabinet to shine down on the cooking area. There they are right there. They're 12 inches long. So have a lot of things that I'm going to be doing, and this is where I'm going to start. Kitchen area, and tomorrow I'm going to go get some wood and start it. And I'm going to use probably fence pickets because they're the cheapest thing you can buy right now. And I'm probably going to buy some 2x4s that I'm going to rip in thirds, so they'll be roughly an inch by an inch and a half. Okay, I'm going to include, we had a really good, this is Sunday. I'm doing this Sunday late afternoon. You'll see this Monday morning. Saturday, which was yesterday, today was yesterday. We had a really nice motorcycle ride. We had 6 people all together, and it was a good ride. And I hope we can do it again. I don't want to do it on Memorial Day because that's when drinkers hit the road. So, see you soon. All right, there we go. Here's the Southern Cruiser's 144. There's Jerry. There's my bike. There's Jerry's bike. And Tammy's bike. That's Dave. That's Charlie. And that's Jeremy. Had a good ride. Only 106 miles, but fun. We're trying to beat the rain. It's kind of iffy. 60% chance of rain.